Hello, welcome to the History Show, where we interview historic people. Today we are introducing Clara of Barton, also known as Clara.
Hello, thanks for having me on the show.
So Clara, tell us a little bit about your childhood.
I was born on Christmas of 1821 in North Oxford, Massachusetts. I was diagnosed with depression, so I was removed from school. I also didn't like meat, so it made it harder to bring up my health.
So, did you believe in equal rights for women?
Yes, I did. I delivered lectures around the country and met Susan B. Anthony, which we began a long association with the women's suffrage movement. I then later met Frederick Douglass and became an activist for civil rights.
So, how'd you get into nursing?
My father convinced me before he died that I should nurse soldiers in the war. I was later named the Angel of the Battlefield, which was a big accomplishment.
That's very interesting. So, can you tell me some things about the Civil War?
Yes, of course. I saved a lot of people's lives, from healing people's wounds to dodging bullets. I later went on after the war and realized I enjoyed helping people that were injured, so I made it a lifelong mission.
What was your job and why did you choose it?
I wanted a job that I could spend a lot of time nursing, so I discovered the American Red Cross. I named it after the time I went to Europe and worked with a relief organization known as the International Red Cross. We finally produced it in 1881, and I was the first president.
So, how'd you afford the supplies?
I traveled to Andersonville prison camp in Georgia to help identify the dead and missing and install grave markers for 13,000 graves, and Congress eventually sent me $15,000 towards my project.
That's good that the Congress gave you that. Were you part of the American Red Cross all your life?
No, I resigned from the Red Cross in 1904. I never took the salary for my work within the organization and sometimes used my funds to support relief efforts.
That's very nice of you. So what did you do after you left the Red Cross?
Well, I remained quite active, giving speeches and lectures. I also wrote a book called The Story of My Life, of my childhood, which was published in 1907.
So did you have any other jobs during your life?
Yes, I did. I became a teacher at age 15 and later opened a free public school in New Jersey. I then moved to Washington, D.C. to work in the U.S. Patent Office as a clerk in the mid-1850s.
This is the final question for today. So, did you have any religious beliefs?
Well, I was not formally a member of the Universalist Church of America. I wrote about how well-known my family was in my hometown and how many relationships my father formed with others in our town through our church and religion.
Well, thank you so much for coming on our show. It was interesting to hear about your life.
Thank you for having me. I hope that the people get inspired by my life story to discover something new.
Watch every Tuesday for a new historic person on the History Show.